Hello folks, this is Jeff with the Junkyard Kid channel, and today we are going to do a walk around the shop here at J&J Repair and Restoration. We haven't done that in about a month or so, so let's swing this camera around, take a walk through, and I'll show you what all's been going on. See how much I get to fight this thing today. One of these days I'll learn how to run it decent. Okay, well, since this is front and center, we got the 70 Roadrunner here. That's coming along pretty nicely. Hoping to have this done here, I'm going to guess late spring, maybe early summer. Ran into a bit of a snag on the interior stuff. Some of that has to have some extra work done on it. But one thing, you take a listen here. We got it running. Sounds pretty healthy. I think it will be a interesting one to test drive with over 600 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds of torque. But we're down to getting the front clip painted and all assembled. Get the trunk on it, detail work on the inside of the trunk. Rear end we got to take and get squared up yet, and pinion angle set, and then repaint or get it painted and stuff. But like I said, this is going to be ready, probably late summer or so. Not late summer, late spring, early summer. And over here, this is one that hasn't been in the shop for a bit. I think you've seen it in the one video I did over in the Dolly Barn. 67 GTO. This one's getting pretty close to going home. Had it pretty well buttoned up last fall. Ran into some heating issues. I discovered we had the cold case radiator and electric fan package, and the electric fans just weren't doing the job. Be plain and simple about it. Ironically, you look on Summit on the reviews of it, and most everybody's happy. I read a couple that weren't happy, and guess what? Both of them had Pontiac powered engines, which Pontiac engines tend to take a little bit more to keep cool than the typical small block Chevy. But the mechanical fan, I haven't tested it with the fan shroud. Just the mechanical fan alone has made a big difference. With the shroud now, it should do a little better sitting and idling. But this was one that we did pretty well everything to it except paint and body work. He didn't want to have that done. And the biggest reason is the guy that owns this car has had it since late 70s, mid 70s. And if you look, you can see bits of white here and there, especially along the step plate area there. This car originally was white. He sanded it, did the majority of the body work, and had a shop, actually the old Chevy dealership in Beulah, North Dakota. They used to have a body shop when they were open, and a guy that was working there at the time painted it, and that's this paint job yet. We did a little buffing up on it, and it gives it a good survivor look. Other than that, we did pretty well everything to the car. All new interior, Dakota digital gauges, tilt wheel, air conditioning, Holly sniper unit, and like I said, it's getting pretty close to go home. I got to figure out why. We actually got cruise control in this as well. It's one made by Dakota Digital, which it's a nice setup. The box is not pretty. And we decided to put that, it actually fit under the console there. And for some reason now, it's not working. I did a little checking yesterday. My little light that should turn on when the key is on doesn't come on, so I got a feeling we got an issue with the power supply. That means stuffing my head up underneath the dash, finding the fuse that's up in there. But we'll get it figured out. Next week or two, it should be going home. And we got a hood here for the Roadrunner. That's about ready for paint. Underside's already done. Take a walk in the booth here. And we got the fenders here for the Roadrunner. Just got the insides painted black, and we'll put a little undercoating on the top edge. Since there's no fender well, tires can actually throw the rocks right up to here, so you generally want to put some type of undercoating or something on there to protect them in case a tire kicks up a little rock or something. And then they can get untaped, and the inside taped, and the outside final sanded, and get the color on it. And we'll take the stroll over here. Take a peek at what I got sitting outside here. One other thing that we do here, or I do here, if you look out, let's see how my zoom will work. Let's go this way. In that field there, see a whole bunch of cars. I actually got a video of a guy that walked through there. Majority of them are Edsels, at least on this side. So I sell a fair amount of parts, and that's why this car is sitting here. We're hitting the time of year where you can do a little work outside. You guys down south are lucky where you can do this all year round. I guess we could too, but when it's 40 below, you really don't want to be outside. But this one's a parts car. And I got a fellow that's going to be getting the rear bumper and rear end. I'm probably going to pull the engine and transmission out because there's some pieces that can be used. It's got a good pair of exhaust manifolds, it looks like. Then we're getting hard to find for these, and I actually need one for that Bermuda we're working on. One cool thing about this car, it actually has factory dual exhaust, or what's left of it. But that means all the hangers are there and the heat shield for the passenger side. So just some more pieces to pull off and save and sell to someone then for their Edsel project. So we'll take a walk over to the old part of the shop where J&J Repair and Restoration started out. Still got my dad's Edsel convertible in here. That was his till he passed away. Been working on getting interior done on it. Not been going too fast. Personal projects kind of seem to take a back seat. And I'm discovering the hard way, once you get well on the wrong side of 50 or over 60, them 12, 14-hour days just don't work as good as they used to. But I did get the top motor, top cylinders in it, did a little video on that. And we'll get there. Before summer's over, it will be done. Well before summer's over. And we got a transmission here. Did a little video on this, showing how the seals get dried out in these old transmissions. That's all together and done. And that will wind up going behind this engine here, which goes in that Bermuda wagon. Basically what this is a 60 over 352, which makes it 362 cubic inches. 1 cube more than the factory displacement. I wonder if the customer will be able to feel that. And we still got this little monster here lurking under the blanket. You can see something there. And another one there. And once we get that Roadrunner done and out of here, the car that this goes into, which is a 79 Camaro Z28, will be on the list of things to get done. And you'll definitely see some videos of that project as we keep moving on. So that pretty well covers what's been happening here in the shop. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So till next time, we will talk to you later.